A warm welcome to our sunny Greenyards in Melrose for the final of the Border Semi-Junior Cup between Hawick Youth and Kelso Harlequins. Hawick are this season's league champions, having gone through the campaign unbeaten. However, Kelso are hitting their straps at just the right time for this cup campaign and have been in great form in recent weeks. Hawick are skippered this week with Scott Young in the absence of Marcus Brogan, who's on Scotland under-18 duty. Regular centre Justin Tate is on a university placement, so Rory Stanger moves in one place from the wing. Keep an eye on electric winger Finlay Douglas, who has paced the burn and has 20 plus tries to his name this season, while Owen Gray is an accomplished standoff who kicks his goals. Kelso are led by hard-working flanker Mitchell Lang, who's joined in the back row by the physical specimen that is Logan Edgar, and Kelso will look to him for go-forward ball. Vice-captain Archie Barber moves to outside centre this week, so Angus Utterson fills the standoff berth. The match referee this afternoon is Michael Todd, and he'll be assisted by Darren Fisher and Brian McGuff. So it'll be Angus Utterson to get us underway. Kelso attacking the Eildon's end in this eagerly anticipated battle between these two young teams. So off we go. Taken in by Hawick, that's Owen Gray. He sent that down the park. It's a good kick by Owen Gray. Kelso under early pressure here. But it looks like they've recycled the ball.
Okay, no hands, counter rock.
Chad Patterson who clears his lines, and that's early territorial gain for Hawick, and I'm joined today by Neil Hinnigan. Good start from Hawick, Neil.
Yeah, it was a very clever start. Get the basics right from the start of the game. The Hawick then sends it long there and gets Kelso on the back foot.
He does indeed, so it's going to be the first test of the arrows here for Hawick hooker Fergus Bell, who scored a try in the semi last week against Morpeth. So it's Bell, and he hits Jake Schoenberg. Owen Gray, and that's an early mistake in the midfield.
6, you're offside.
And yet first penalty, Iain Hurd.
6, then you're offside.
Yeah, knock on by the Hawick player, and the next player to play it came from in front of him, which is a Hawick player as well, so penalty. If he'd left it alone just now, Kelso had a reasonable chance of picking up and on a bit of advantage, so spot on for Michael in that first play. Yeah,
a stonewall one as you're likely to see, and it's going to be Kelso to try and gain some territorial advantage, and it'll be the first throw of the dice, if you like, for Daniel Wright, the Kelso hooker. He'll be looking to boost his confidence by hitting his man early in the piece. So it's Daniel Wright. Set up.
That's fine, sack.
Driving maul.
Bring it back.
Hawick have sacked that, however.
Green, let it come.
Chad Patterson digs for it. And it's an early mistake from Utterson. Owen Gray tried to fish that up, then he knocked it on. So tetchy stuff to start with these two young teams.
Yeah, Kelso haven't really settled in just yet. I think Hawick have settled the best. Their basics have just been just about there. Kelso's basics just letting them down to start with, but as you say, just a bit tetchy.
Yeah, and to be expected, I would imagine. These young guys, it's a final, there's a big crowd here. You could not ask for better conditions.
Find.
But I would imagine they'll be looking to give this ball some air today.
Sit.
First scrum was reset.
What we asked for pre-match: stability, keep the height, no hit and chase. Sit. Okay, hold black.
It's a good scrum by Kelso. Hawick just retreating a little bit, but it's Joe Donaldson. And the Hawick backs looking to make an early impression here. It's Eli Hamilton, dangerous player. But Kelso are over that, and again, Iain, as stonewall as you're likely to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Hawick supporting player was slow to the ball. Kelso player straight on his feet onto the ball. Didn't get the chance to pick it up because the guy held on the deck.
So it's going to be Archie Barber to try and get Kelso up into the Hawick 22. Daniel Wright will be looking to repeat the feat. His first throw was accurate, and he'll be looking for the same here, no doubt. That's big Logan Edgar making his way out into the back line. I would not want to be in front of him coming at full tilt. He's a big old rig. It's a good line out by Kelso, and they're going to look to drive this. They've got momentum. It's gone down. But yeah, they're still moving this forward. Patterson fishing for it. He feeds the big second row. Murray Woodcock.
No hands, Green.
Patterson. And here comes big Edgar. Good defence from Hawick on the big man. Yeah, good defence all round from Hawick there. And another Another early penalty, Iain.
Yeah, again, it looked pretty simple. Just both teams, the lack of the clearing out players being the problem. There's not anybody there to support the ball carrier, so he's getting isolated. Players are there taking every opportunity.
Good kick, good territory. Owen Gray is an accomplished standoff. He's got a great kicking game, and you can kick his goals as well.
And that was just another, that was right under his own sticks, and he's almost at the halfway line. That's a great clearance kick.
Oh, the line out was over the intended man, and Michael Todd's called that as forward, rightly so.
Knock on in the air, scrum, black ball, on the 15.
Michael Todd. Iain, good referee.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously one of the better referees kicking about in Scotland. I think one of the difficulties that guys like Michael has, we've spoken about this before, is the difference going from Premier Rugby to National 1 Rugby, when obviously you haven't got the ARs. Just sometimes needs to just take a look behind himself. It's great to point to people, but needs to look now and again.
Yeah, and Edgar, they shot out the scrum there, and Edgar's done well to get go forward ball.
Use it.
It's out to the backs. It's the big prop, the ex-winger Ashton Asante. He's got 9 tries to his name this season. Kelso's top scorer. Going to come back down the near side. That's a good tackle from Hawick on the captain, Mitchell Lang. Patterson is going to be trucked up again. Solid defence by Hawick.
Thank you.
But composed from Kelso. They're going to look to hit this up. Decent footwork. And another penalty. Good defence by Hawick, and possibly getting the referee onside.
Yeah, I think Hawick have got this sort of aura about them when the breakdown. That their number 6 and 7 are straight there, and that was a superb turnover again. Kelso just lacking a little bit there in support. They need to just get behind the ball carrier quicker. It's becoming a bit of a theme in its early doors.
So it's Bell. Oh, and it's spilled, but it's gone backwards. It's tidied up by Brady Wilson, the loose head prop. Liam Bouglas at 9. Hawick looking to set up the platform in centre field. Kelso are over that, but it's come back on the Hawick side. And it's gone to ground, but it's gone backwards, and that's been knocked on by Finlay Douglas, the pace man. Now Kelso are going to look to build. Using that man Woodcock.
Set green, hold. Advantage
Patterson
over.
puts boot to ball. It's going to be Finlay Douglas to take this now. Will space open up for him. Hawick have got men over here. That's gone out to Sean McMicken, looking to stretch his legs early in the piece.
Use.
Hawick looking to build. Centre field. Let's come back on a Kelso side, but Bouglas was quick to react, and he's won it back for Hawick.
Use.
Pick and go. Round the fringes, metre by metre for Hawick at the moment. And they go again. Bell takes another couple of metres.
Thank you.
Bouglas, and it's trucked up by Will Ryan, the big second row.
Advantage, not rolling.
It's a penalty advantage, so a free ball to Hawick. Will they look to capitalise? Yeah, referee's going to bring it back, and Hawick starting to hit their straps, Neil.
Hawick for me just looked the more settled side. Their defence has been superb. When they've been in attack, they're doing basics well, and deservedly so. They're up to Kelso 22, looking for the first points.
Cumming goes up again, and he takes it cleanly, but the arrows were slightly offline. No treble 20 on that occasion. It's a defensive scrum to Kelso, who'll be looking to clear their lines. Possibly a pick and go here from the big man, but no, he's left it to Chad Patterson. Chad Patterson's not made touch. It's taken in with a dancing feet, but it's good defence by Kelso. He doubled up. It's going to come back on the Hawick side, however. Oh, and Bouglas has gone down the touchline. Oh, but no. Michael Todd's going to bring them back.
Taking him way past the breakdown. Open the space. 10. 10's taking the player past the breakdown.
Basically, there was at least one, possibly even two of the Hawick players on the blind side, so the far side from where we are. Basically, took out the supporting players or the Kelso players to give that gap. So it was well spotted. It's not an easy one to spot.
Kelso line out. Kelso in their first Border Semi-Junior Cup final for 15 years. They actually contested the first 3 finals and lost them all, so they'll be looking to, get their name on the board, so to speak, today. Kelso line out's gone pretty well thus far, and
in line, back.
More attention required to the old bootlaces, but we're good to go. Daniel Wright again to find his man, and he's done exactly that. Good line out off the top from Kelso. Atterson puts boot to ball, he's put it in the air. Kelso players are underneath it, but that's been well taken by young Rory Stanger, nephew of Tony, of course. Knock on. Yeah, it was Finlay Douglas who took off down the stand side and put the clever grubber through. It's going to be Bouglas, who's looked dangerous early on, and now it's Eli Hamilton with the dancing feet. Hoyk set it up. Bouglas to Jake Schoenberg.
Your hand!
Bouglas again, looking to dart, making a metre or so, but Kelso have defended that well.
Use it.
Going to pick and go round the fringes here, set it up. Patient play from Hoyk. And they go again, but it's good Kelso defence. Another metre made. Bouglas awaits. He feeds Donaldson. Donaldson to Bell. Good offloading from the Hoyk forwards.
Yeah, knock on in the tackle by...
It's gone backwards, says Michael Todd, so Hoyk still in the ascendancy here. Bouglas feeds Gray. They've got men over here, Hoyk. Oh, and the bounce of the ball, or they were in at the corner for all the world.
Offside.
But Michael Todd's going to bring them back, I think, for an offside.
Whole back line offside, advance before the ball's out.
That was one that got away there, Robin. That should have been the first try of the game, certainly. Just a little bit unlucky with the pass.
Yeah, I agree with that. That looked for all the world like Hoyk were going to be in
line,
there.
please.
And what's the decision going to be here? There's 3 points on offer, but they're not going to be taken. It's the pick and go by that man Donaldson. Couple of metres short of the Kelso line. Hoyk looking to capitalise here. It's the big blindside flanker, Rory Forbes with a carry. Back to the open side. The captain, Scott Young,
Tackle, no hands back!
with the drive. Back to Donaldson. Is Donaldson going to have a crack himself? He is, but he's caught. Good defence from Kelso there. Owen Gray. It's Gray. Oh, there was man over once again. Possibly an opportunity butchered.
Short release, Black!
But Hoyk still in the ascendancy here. Oh, and it's the scrum half. Liam Bouglas with the opening try. He's looked dangerous early in the piece, and he's got the first 5-pointer of the afternoon.
Yeah, to be fair, I think he's been the most impressive player in the field so far, Robin. The Hoyk 9, Liam Bouglas, he's been a live wire all day, and he was maybe unlucky not to get the try at the start when he went down the other side of the pitch. He was blustering away, but Michael Todd pulled it back for an infringement, so he's certainly been looking lively, so he deserves a first score.
He looks at top of the ground man, and the kind of kid that will be very well suited to conditions on a surface like this that we have here today. He's drilled that and he likes it, and no wonder. That's a great opening kick from Owen Gray. Takes us to 7-0 to Hoyk early in the piece. So it's Chad Patterson, feed the scrum, good scrum, and it's Logatt's that man Edgar, but he's going to offload it.
Ball's available.
Patterson round the corner, and it's a Santi. That's great hands by the prop. Oh, but then it's gone to ground. It's gone to ground, and it's came back on the Hoyk side. Now Hoyk will be looking to clear their lines. It's Will Ryan with a carry. Bouglas to Gray. Oh, Gray decided not to kick, and he's being hounded by the Kelso defence. Now he puts boot to ball.
Thank you.
Makes decent territory without threatening the touchline. And he's followed up his own kick, and that's good defence for Hoyk. But the Kelso players done well to ride that challenge and set up a platform for his teammates. Is it going to come back on the Kelso side? Yes, it is. That's the captain, Mitchell Lang, making 2 or 3 metres. Patterson, Edgar with the dummy in go.
Leave it green.
Hoyk over the ball. As that come back on the Hoyk side?
First infringement, not rolling. You're legal, but your first man needs to roll.
Yeah, I think
No roll.
probably was off his feet as well. There was a couple of infringements there. Spot on.
Yep.
Just shows that Kelso have got
Mark's here.
some good quality in attack there. There's some good lines of running.
It's great to see dummies still being used. You know what I mean? It's sometimes not the the art that's used as much now, but if you can pull one of them out of the bag on a day like this, it can open up.
Daniel Wright to try and find his man. Movement in the line out, and that's gone.
First infringement, early left. First infringement, early left, free kick.
Early jump there by Hawick. It's about the third or fourth time that they've done it.
Oh, right.
He's picked him up for the free kick for that one, yeah.
It's the first time Daniel Wright's thrown's went astray.
Yeah, and they've gone quickly here.
Oh,
and it's a
great.
beautiful offload, and it's a great score.
It was a Santi.
Yeah, I think it was a Santi.
Yeah,
That'll be his 10th try of the season. The winger turned prop. And he runs. He run like a winger there anyway. His 10th try of the season, and Kelso right back in this.
Yeah, great play there. It was taken quickly. It was thinking on their feet, and they went, and it was a great pass and a great time run by Asante. And as you say, showed a bit of gas there just to get it under the sticks.
Yeah, what an asset when a front row forward can notch up double figures for the season. Archie Barber with a conversion. So tied up at 7-all. Gray with a restart. Kelso moving the point of attack and doing so well. That's beautiful. Oh, and there's another dummy.
This is what they did well against Melrose last week in the semi-final. Moved it for the point of contact. The big forwards running into space rather is up the man.
Yeah, and that's Asante once again with a carry there. Keen to be involved, which is what you like to see.
Leave it green off feet. Thank you.
Hawick were well over the ball there, and Hawick have stolen that, and they've done really well. Will Ryan with a carry.
Backwards.
Oh, it's come back to, it was spilled, but it's come back to Douglas. Oh, and that's been potentially intercepted, and what's going to happen here?
Tackle!
Great attacking platform for Hawick here. Dylan Halliday, the big prop, he trucks it up.
Stay on.
Douglas to Gray. Gray's got runners. Rory Stanger, he's tackled well in midfield. He's done well to maintain possession there. He let go of the ball, got back to his feet, and went again. Now right in front of the sticks. Hoy, great platform from which to work. Donaldson, Will Ryan. Oh, and he's found the pace man. Finlay Douglas looking to add to his tally for the season. Back with the forwards. It's gone backwards. Now it's Owen Gray. What can he do? He's beat a couple. Oh, it's great hands. Now there's a man over. It's McMicken. Oh, he's done beautifully to... Oh, that's a great try by Hawick. Superb try by Hawick there. Backs and forwards. Some of the interplay there was a joy to behold.
That was an absolute cracking try. Just what the conditions are, implying for teams to do, and that is just textbook stuff for how to play in these conditions. Great support play. They started way back upfield, and they probably went 60 metres there in total, and then recycled, and just kept the point of contact, kept the play going, and eventually ended with a great score.
And that's going to come through to Douglas. Now he's got electric feet. What can he do from here? He fancies a crack, and he's made a few metres, but yet he's been penalised holding on there. We could see that quite clearly from up here, Iain.
I would just question the initial action of the Kelso player. I'm not overly sure that he stayed on his feet. I think he went off his feet.
It looked close, it looked a very good about either way in that one.
Absolutely, yeah. Again, it depends on whether he's made contact with the ball first. And the reason that he couldn't lift it was, which is then took him to go over off his feet. So
it's right to throw in. He got away with one the last time. Oh, and Hawick have spoiled that one. Fair play to Hawick there.
The hands green, release!
Good defensive line out.
Hands in the ruck. Obviously can't see what it was for there, but...
You're on the floor, you can't play the ball. 9, playing the ball on the floor.
That one's done well.
Sack's good, it's a ball
It's
carrier.
been sacked, however, by Hawick.
Great sack by Hawick.
Yeah, great legally. But still Kelso in the ascendancy.
No hands green!
In the shadows of the trees here at the Greenyards.
Don't play the
Santi with
nine.
his hands on it. Has he fumbled that? No. It's a Santi with a carry. Good Hoyk defence. He's going to be held up short. But Kelso will recycle here. Patterson to the big man Edgar. Oh, that is raw power.
Wow.
We spoke about it before the game. The kid is a physical specimen, and he showed that there.
Yeah, you know, as I say, he's been down training the first 8, and he's a big lad at this age, and you know, sometimes you just want guys like that to be basic and do the basics, and that's what Logan Edgar's doing here today. He took his opportunity well there.
He's a boy in a man's body, that's for sure. And the conversion is good by Archie Barber, so that actually takes Kelso into the lead, 14-12, and it's game on here at the Greenyards. Boogless feeds his man to truck it up, and it's a decent carry as well.
Step, Black, step. Good.
So Hoyk now into the Kelso 22. Fergus Bell has done well there. Now it's come out. Rory Stanger trying to stay on his feet. It's a good offload from Stanger. And it's been spilled forward from Eli Hamilton. Now can Kelso capitalise on that?
Scrum advantage.
Patterson, and that's a good carry. That's good yardage
Advantage
there.
over.
Well done, Murray Woodcock there, just supporting his own pass.
Yeah. Now it's Finlay Douglas, not a man you want to be loosely kicking to, and he's going to put boot to ball.
Hold.
That could be a bad good one. It could go anywhere, this.
There you
go.
Fumbled.
Look at that.
And Owen Gray's going to capitalise. A bad good one. It was exactly that, Neil. You called it correctly. Owen Gray is the beneficiary, and he was only too happy to lap that up.
I think, you know, Finn Douglas there, he took the choice to make a panic kick. It wasn't a great kick initially, and I think anyone would agree with that, but when the ball bounced, you could see there was going to be a problem there, and a great opportunist try, and Hoyk took that well.
Yeah, Kelso will be annoyed with that. They were starting to build a platform again after the error at the kickoff that Hoyk hadn't, been able to capitalise on that Kelso error, and Hoyk had let Kelso off the hook effectively. But yeah, Kelso the architects of their own downfall there. And Gray converts his own try. Hoyk 19, Kelso Quins 14, and it's ding dong stuff here at the Greenyards. It's going to be Barber to get us back underway. Schoenberg under that, but he's hit hard. Logan Edgar was up there, looking to put his shoulder to the wheel. Donaldson feeds on.
Yeah, advantage. 3 Black offside.
Gray. Oh.
Crouch! Bind!
So a Kelso scrum.
Set!
Kelso scrum has been going well.
It has been going well, yeah. And it's going well on this occasion as well. And it's that man Edgar with the pick, and he's run through Owen Gray there. Fair play to Owen Gray for the attempt, but he was not going to stop the big man in full charge. And now here come the Kelso forwards on the hoof. It's been set up.
Knock on advantage.
Patterson.
Advantage
and it's been spilled to the wrong man.
It's try time.
Oh, it is try time. Shut the gate. The horse is bolted. Nobody is going to lay a hand on this kid. Finlay Douglas. He is lightning quick. Kelso, once again, the architects of their own downfall, and you do not want the ball falling into his hands.
Yeah, it was the wrong man. I think maybe only one man on the pitch was scoring from there, and it was Finn Douglas. And once he got the 10-yard scamper, it was good night.
It was indeed. He showed the cleanest pair of heels there, and they just couldn't do the best will in the world. They were never going to lay a hand on him, and he's done that all season. I know it's 20 plus tries. I actually spoke to him pre-match to ask him how many he scored, and he didn't know the exact figure.
Obviously he's not just pacey there, he's got a little bit about him, he's certainly a rugby player.
He is indeed, and that's another conversion. Half time here at the Greenyards in the Border Semi-Junior Cup final. It's Hawick Youth 26, Kelso Harlequins 14. So back underway here at the Greenyards in the Border Semi-Junior Cup final. It's Owen Gray of Hawick to get us back.
That's gone 10.
Underway, and it's a great kick right on the 10.
Advantage.
Metre line has been picked up by Donaldson, but knocked on by Hawick, and Gray, again, he's showed his full repertoire of kicking prowess in this game thus far. And, you know, if you've got a standoff or somebody that takes the restarts that can drop it on a sixpence, it's a real bonus.
It's just the extra set piece now in rugby, and if you've got a 10 that can hang on a sixpence, it makes all the difference, and that just proves there. It didn't go Hoyk's way that time, but many other times that could be very advantageous to them just to take the ball on from the kick-off.
Absolutely. So Kelso's scrum went well in the first half, and it's Chad Patterson to feed.
9, stay back. Use it.
That man Edgar at the base, and Patterson's going to put boot to ball with the box kick. It's going to land in no man's land. Give Kelso the opportunity to come up on it, but Rory Stanger's done well there to make ground. But first penalty of the second half there.
There's introduced to the game there is young McGregor, who plays his rugby at Mercuston.
Yeah, penalty advantage.
That was great technique over the ball.
Never 10.
Yeah, so Kelso in there on the attack for the first time in this second half. Patterson, good hands again, and that's a good carry by the Kelso youngster, and he set up a good platform in on the edge of the Hawick 22. It's Asante try scored in the first half.
That's a knock on. No advantage, 8 offside, never back 10.
Kind of unorthodox, but it was caught in the middle by Murray Woodcock, and he's made ground.
Tackle, no hands, Green. You've trapped him in. You've trapped him. Bullseye.
Kelso looking to strike for here. Here comes Edgar. Oh, lovely chop tackle from Jake Schoenberg.
Great tackle.
Kelso, oh, here they go, Kelso.
Must be close.
He must be very close.
Turnover.
No. Oh, it's a turnover.
That's short and lost forward, play on.
What a time to steal a turnover from Hawick.
Lost forward.
Yeah, good attacking intent though from Kelso at the start of this second half. Right to throw in. They've shortened it again here. Taking his time. Kelso back with Asante. Edgar with a handoff. But Donaldson does well to bring him down. No easy task.
Advantage 8, rolling the wrong way.
Now Kelso with a possession. Oh, it was a show and go, but he slipped.
That steal's good.
On this hard ground. Now it's a penalty to Kelso. Is he looking for the tee? No, they're going.
We're all wrong.
We're all wrong. They're going to tap. It's that man, Edgar, but Hawick have pleased him well on that occasion. McGregor with the pass. Pressure starting to mount from Kelso here. The pick and go.
Green, take a step. Green, step. Use it.
Hawick looking at it's the substitute. McGregor inching towards the line. Hawick,
that's fine. Counter up.
Believe he's held on to that. And Hawick have done well. I think Hawick have turned that over.
Great defence by Hawick. Superb.
Yeah, a turnover on the line for the second time in 5 minutes, and another chance goes a begging for Kelso, but it's not going to touch. So, a gap opens up, and he's gone right through it.
Tackle.
So Kelso back in the ascendancy again. You feel that they need a try.
It's good hands and it's try.
Oh, it's going to be a try here for Kelso for sure. Oh, great defence from Hawick. My word, and that's another chance gone for Kelso, but what great defence in the corner from Hawick.
As a Kelso man, it is frustrating, but by God, you've got to take your half to the Hawick guy there. That was superb.
And it's a tidy line out, and they're going to look to clear their lines again.
3, don't change.
You would imagine they're sort of almost living precariously at the moment, camped inside their own 22, but Kelso unable to convert the chances.
3, don't change, no 3.
And it's a good drive from Hawick. Inching forward, eating up the clock as well. Almost over their own 22. Controlled stuff from the Hawick pack.
That's the way to get out of your own 22.
Yeah, mature rugby from a young team.
100%.
Still they go. Now it's come back to Bouglis to Gray.
Yeah, advantage. Offside.
Yeah, offside. Michael Todd's going to bring them back. So, yeah, Hawick have done exceptionally well to inch their way from their own line effectively there. Fergus Bell looking to hit his man here, and he's done exactly that. Corbin coming. the recipient of the throw-in, and it's another drive from Hawick, and why not with the success that they've had in the last few minutes with that particular tactic. Taking their time, nothing rushed, no panic. Now it's going to come back to Douglas. He's put the little chip in.
He's not a bad one.
He's looking for the flyer, Finlay Douglas.
Full credit to Hawick to go from line out on their own line to line out on the Kelso line just through, really good basics and understanding as a team of how to achieve that. Executed brilliantly. It was.
It's every player knowing his job, and they look well coached, this young Hawick outfit, and it's another rolling maul. But Kelso have stemmed the tide for now. Bell at the base of that, and it's going to be Scott Young, the captain, to take that back into the traffic, the inside centre. Now it's going to come to Rory Forbes. He carries hard.
Penalty.
Douglas. Oh, it's a penalty to Kelso this time. Holding on, and now it's Kelso that's weathered the Hawick storm.
Great defence from Kelso this time. That was potentially the game there if Hawick were to score, and they've got themselves in there and got a great steal and a chance to come again.
That's right. I think if you're exactly right. And it's the oldest cliche in the book, but the next try is absolutely vital. If that goes to Hawick, then you feel that's game, set and match. So it's right to throw in. Good Kelso line out.
Murray Woodcock's been superb in that line out all day for Kelso so far.
Yeah, and there's another penalty coming as well. So it's
just too slow with the sack that time. The maul was forming, it got moving.
And it's a great thing that from Hawick. It's worked out tream so far when they sack it early.
No advantage. 5, collapses too late, maul's formed. 5.
Indeed, no, you're absolutely right, Neil. Murray Woodcock has went really well on the touchline this afternoon. He's sort of ruled the air, if you like, over on that far side particularly. So another Kelso line out. It's going to potentially be that. Will it be that Wright and Woodcock combination again? He's actually got 7 tries this season, Murray Woodcock as well. So he's a good young player, a good young prospect. Taking his time. Right, some of the Hawick faithful starting to question how long, but he's gone over the top and it's been taken in there by Rory Forbes, and it's now him on the charge.
He's been pretty physical. Rory Forbes has been quite impressive, especially the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, he looks a tough kid that's up for doing the grunt, the last flashy stuff.
4 or 5 of them is what you need.
Yeah, indeed. But the little scrum half there, Liam Douglas, he has got the flashy feet, and he's looking to exploit that every opportunity. Finlay Bell now takes it in. Fergus Bell, rather, I beg your pardon, and that's a good kick.
Superb kick.
Yeah, mature rugby. We've said that on a couple of occasions now about this. This kind of young Hawick outfit, but they know what they're doing.
Just about say, I don't know about you two, but it's just about being the difference between the two teams at the moment. It's just Hawick have got this bit of an understanding of where they need to be on the pitch and how to do that. Kelso, obviously, you've alluded to at the start, they've got a few big runners and individuals, and it's done well for them as well. They just need to pull together a bit more and get back into the game.
They're just full of rugby players. They know what to do and when to do it.
I was at Kelso Mini Rugby Tournament today, and Rocky Johnson was with our age group, and it was Hawick all over, even at that age group, how they coach and everything. It was the same ethics he was giving them. It was very impressive. I know it's very young, but getting it into them young, is to learn the way.
Absolutely, they produce rugby players at the end of the day. And here are some of them on show. Here's young Stanger. He's found Eli Hamilton. He's got dancing feet, but he gives it to McMicken on this occasion. Good defence for Kelso. McMicken's been driven back there, but he's done well to present the ball. Douglas, the little scrum half, he gives that to Martin Goldie, the substitute.
Stripped. Play on.
Now that's been lost. That was ripped out.
It's a good rip in the tackle there. I think it Logan Edgar.
I think it was Edgar that ripped that out. Neil, you're absolutely right. So now Kelso looking to exit the Hawick half here. Does he fancy a crack? Young Finlay Douglas has done well to marshal his man there into touch. For a young winger to look up and see that your opposite number is as quick as Finlay Douglas. It just gives that element of doubt when you've got the ball that you're potentially not going to go around him on the outside, and it just kind of stops you in your tracks, and that's what happens there.
As I already said, Finn Douglas is electric going forward, but so far his defence has been pretty impressive as well.
Green, open up there on the line.
Yeah, we've seen a great foot when Melrose Wasps played Hawick earlier in the season. There was a great foot race between Finlay Douglas and Finn Douglas from Melrose Wasps.
Matt, you're on the line. Green, open up.
Two quick young players, highly regarded young players, and it was Finlay Douglas of Hawick that came up on that occasion with a great piece of defensive play, and now it's Hawick, that man Owen Gray, putting boot to ball.
Outside.
Likewise, Kelso send it down the paddock, and it's back in the hands of Gray. Now what's he going to do here?
Green, back.
Seen a bit of space, and he's following his own kick here. It's going to, he's done well. He's caught the Kelso player.
Carried back.
Composed by Kelso, and that's a nice offload. Oh, and that's and again that Hawick scramble defence looked reasonably comfortable there. There was a nice offload in there by Kelso, but the second one was not quite as easy on the eye, you could say.
Lost forward at the touch.
Yeah, I think the Hawick tactics so far, they're quite happy with Owen Gray just orchestrating things. Even if it's not the greatest kick, he's putting it into the Kelso territory and asking him to come back at them, and so far it's working a treat.
So Douglas, he's got his captain Scott Young on the hoof, and that's a good carry by Young. Martin Goldie now takes it into the contact, and Hawick looking like they may start to go through the gears here. It's Gray. Now it's going out the side of Douglas. Good footwork from Eli Hamilton. Now it's in the hands of Douglas. He's got the power as well as the pace, but that's good Kelso cover. That's a good Kelso cover tackle there.
Yeah, good defence that time with Kelso.
Yeah, scramble defence by Kelso over on that far side, but Hawick starting to knock at the door again.
That's his mark.
So a pressure line out for young Daniel Wright, looking to hit his man. Will it be that man Woodcock? They've had a bit of joy with him, as we've said before in this game. Yeah, tidy line out by Kelso, and they'll be looking to clear their lines here.
Good. Tackle on the hands. 8 steps.
Maybe the box kick potentially by
Yeah,
Patterson.
that's fine, ball's out.
Well, it's a kick by Patterson. I don't know if it's gone too much into the box, but it's came back on the Kelso side, and now they're almost up to the halfway line.
13.
Good outcome for Kelso there. Just a little bit of hunger there to get back up the field, and it's worked for them.
Throwing the ball away. First, no clear release. Second, throwing the ball away.
Attacking line out for Kelso. Another good touch finder from the penalty takes them to the 22, but the line out's gone astray on that occasion.
Yeah, advantage.
Somebody's a shunt in the back there.
Clear shove.
The early spring sun is starting to lower, and the shadows are starting to lengthen.
Crouch.
We've got a scrum here to Hawick
Bind.
on their own 10-metre line. It was Finlay Douglas was the player who's injured, but thankfully he's back and he's not had to depart the scene. So here come Hawick, the captain Scott Young. He's been industrious in that midfield.
He's starting to come right into the game. This second half, he's carried a lot of hard ball.
Yeah, he's grew into this game for sure, and that's a half break there, and better than a half break, it's a full break by Martin Goldie, who's been impressive since he entered the fray as well. And now Hawick are in the ascendancy again, and they'll be looking to put this game to bed with another try. Booglis with Michael Todd has penalised Hawick again on that occasion. And
extra roll to stop the jackal. Extra roll to stop the jackal. Let's go.
Yeah, young Booglis just he got himself in a bad position, realised that he was probably going to lose out, and he moved again, rolled again. So yeah, spot on again for Michael.
Green, you're on the line.
And that's young Finlay Turnbull coming into the action.
Bind.
Yeah, I think it's just a case of not starting to panic for Kelso, as you say. If they can get a converted score, they're right back in this. Here's the big man Edgar with a fend to start with. Makes ground as he always does. Sets the platform. Mitch.
Well done, Mitchell Lane.
Mitchell Lane, the captain there. Oh, and that's a wee bit. That's knocked on by Edgar. So just a little bit. Good work in there by Lane. Good work initially from Edgar, but then just got a wee bit scrappy again by Kelso. Unlike
Winnie Woodcock, because his handling ability is pretty good. He likes to offload. He doesn't always carry hard. He likes to bring other people at the game, and I think it was uncharacteristic drop to the ball there, but it's cost Kelso a bit of momentum.
Yeah, and the benches are starting to Empty now. Craig Oliver enters the fray, and it's going to be a Hawick scrum to get us back underway right on halfway.
Set!
Better scrum from Hawick. Douglas, he's going to have to set up on this occasion. I think he's going to do well to get away with it. A penalty there, and it's been stolen by Kelso. Josh Sullivan in there, the substitute, doing some great work. Kelso needs something from somewhere in the next 5 or so minutes, you feel. Solid line out by Hawick. Now it's there. Turn to look to drive.
One's green.
But good defence from Kelso. Back in the hands of Douglas. Gray to his captain, Young. Young again. Prominent in this second half, Young. Finlay Douglas. No much space for him to work in there.
Green hold.
Douglas has had enough and he sends it down the paddock. Now Kelso are going to have to go from deep.
Black work.
Oh, and it's been lost in the sun there by the looks of things. Eli Hamilton now, he of the dancing feet, gives it to the more direct Donaldson, you could say, and he's done well there. He's made yards and he's let the ball go as well and back to his feet. Good play from the big number 8. Oh, and that's a loose pass from Douglas. That's about his first error of the day.
Yeah, a great play by the number 8 Donaldson there. He's just aware of what the laws are, and he made full advantage of that, and just a little bit unlucky there for Hawick.
As more substitutes enter the fray, I think we've got Brodie Donovan.
He's not been long in at the Quins. As you can see, he's a big lad, and he's trying to nurture him along. You could make a play out of Donovan. You know, he's got the structure. It's just getting him involved a bit more, and the Kelso Quins coaches are working away with him.
Yeah, and Hawick have sort of taken the sting out of the game almost in the last 10 minutes. They're almost sort of doing what they need to do to see the game out.
Off feet.
They're taking no risks, and it's working for them. You know, they're not risking anything silly in their own half. They're just playing the territory.
Oh, and that's a good carry. That's strong work there in the middle of the park. Oh, and it's been fumbled again. Now Hawick have meant
Advantage over.
man and ball. Good tackle by the Kelso player, but it's going to be Owen Gray.
Green hold.
Again, no risks taken.
Yeah, nose.
Mature there from Gray.
And it's Finlay Douglas with boot to ball. Oh, it's good defence from Hawick. It shot up into the air, and then it could have ended up anywhere, but Kelso have weathered that, and they've come away with a penalty. They'll be happy enough with that. They need to find something fairly quickly. As we say, Hawick have kind of taken the sting out of the game. They know they kind of are doing what they need to do, Hawick, but Kelso are going to need to go here. Oh, that's a big scrum from Kelso.
Yeah, Big Donovan's putting his weight in there. He's shoving the back well.
Yeah. Oh, but it's a good half break from Stanger.
Yeah, that second roll again. Yeah, clear and obvious. Yeah.
Professional foul. Now Kelso are off and running. Mitchell Lang feeds it inside. That man McGregor has been impressed. That's a beautiful ball out the back door. Beautiful ball out the back door, and it's going to result in a Kelso try. Right. Excellent play by Kelso, rounded off, finished brilliantly by Josh Sullivan, and Kelso are back in this.
I think that was offload by McGregor, wasn't it? A loose head?
McGregor, very impressive. He's been the Mercustonian since he came on.
Yeah, just obviously we know they're well schooled up there, but to have that trick in your locker for a loose head prop, that's impressive.
Yeah, he looks a player.
I know the big lad Donovan's maybe know the je ne sais quoi McGregor, but his impact in that scrum just proves why these guys are worth it as well.
Absolutely, could not agree more with you there. That scrum was very impressive by Kelso, and he was the cornerstone of that. Absolutely. Hawick Cooker in over the ball, and here he goes again, McGregor, and it's the same.
That's high, was it?
It was
yeah. For me it was.
It looked borderline, certainly, that is for sure. Mitchell Lang, he's wrapped up by Donaldson. Great play again though from McGregor. Edgar with a fend. Kelso now up into the Hawick half. A man extra. What can they do with the advantage?
Stolen the tackle now, Lee!
Yeah, good defence. Great defence from Hawick.
Yeah, fair play, Hawick.
Yeah. Now they'll be looking to take the skin off it, run down the...
It's all out wide if they move it,
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. It's only Mitchell Lane on this far side at the moment.
Good carry again by Donaldson. That's a big collision in the midfield. No quarter asked, none given on that occasion. And it's a penalty to Kelso now. They're taking it quickly as opposed to sending it down the touchline, but there's men over now. Oh, it's been fumbled, but it's been gathered back in.
Not 10, Brian? No, definitely not 10. Yeah, okay, advantage offside.
Hawick having to defend.
It's interesting. You feel that maybe Hawick have just switched off too early and just thought they had the game won. They've just, instead of trying to, 26 becomes 33, becomes
offside, not 10.
40, and
Yeah.
you're out of sight. They've just thought they didn't have to do too much.
Barber sent in at the 22. He's kicked well. He's kicked these penalties well from hand this afternoon, young Barber.
30 seconds. Lads, I've got the time. You don't need to keep asking.
Into the Hawick 22 and a man to the good.
You've also got one in the bin for offside. Tidy it up. If you're taking a quick top, can you just tell us why? Well, you need to work back 10. Green, come across on your front man, please.
It's an important line out now. Woodcock's further back in the
Yeah.
line out. Are they looking for something a bit more spectacular?
Yeah, he's certainly been the go-to
Oh,
man this afternoon.
They've lifted.
Oh, and they've lost that line out.
Yeah.
Not for the first time.
Yeah, they can be less but not more, Brian, that's fine. Release! Release! Yes, that is time.
Wind down the clock with a man in the bin. Yes, indeed. It is all over. And it's Hawick who have done a League and Cup double. The Borders Semi-Junior Cup is Hawick's to add to the league title. And what a game of rugby we've had here this afternoon. All credit to both these young teams.
Great final, and we almost got the grandstand finish there from Kelso coming back at the game late on. They just left it a little bit too late, but the maturity of the Hawick side for probably up until the last 3-4 minutes of the game was pretty impressive. They just let Kelso back out of the game there at the end, but they were, both teams in probably slightly different styles have been pretty impressive.
Hawick are the Borders Semi-Junior Cup champions 2022. It's Hawick Youth 26, Kelso Harlequins 19. So Mitchell defeated sadly in the final of the Cup today, but you must be exceptionally proud of your boys.
No, I'm happy with them all. They all put their body on the line, worked for it. We had two tough games coming up to the final here, and they played their best. It was just from our own mistakes that we fell off in this game.
Yeah. And Hawick are obviously a well-oiled machine.
Oh yeah, we always knew that going into the games it was going to be tough, but we've gave them a good game every single time. It's been down to maybe a try in it every single game we've played against them. So.
Oh, it's amazing. The boys have worked hard. We came in with a goal at the start of the season that we wanted to be undefeated. We wanted to win all the trophies, and it's just showed how hard we've been working and training to get here.
And Kelso put up some fight.
They've always put up a fight. They've always been like that. With the 3 games now we've played against them, they've all been tight. They go right to the end, so credit to Kelso for that, because they played really well today.
Sevens coming up, you'll be fancying a crack at that, crack at those tournaments as well?
Definitely. Well, we started off well at People's Sevens. We got the win there. So yeah, hopefully just push on with all the other sevens and get a few cups lifted there as well.
And there was a 10-minute period just after half time where you really were knocking on the Hawick door, almost camped on the line. They weathered that storm. Was that possibly the key period in the game?
It was definitely a bit where we needed to get over the line there, and just credit to their defence. They played well. They managed to keep us off, and just fell off after that. But can't fault the boys. They tried their hardest, went in wanting everything.
And a couple of key men missing out the team today, and you must be delighted with the guys that came in.
Oh, it's been brilliant. We stuck together as a unit. With Marcus away, Justin Tate away, we've stuck in well today. So credit to the boys that have stepped in.
And what next for some of these players? Is there a few moving up to Hawick now at the end of the season, or is there some boys got another year at this level?
There's a few with the boys that come up. So there's a few stay down as well. So hopefully they'll have another successful season down here. Hawick Youth bit. There's a few going up as well, hopefully to the Force, and then there's the Quins coming in and the Lindeans, so see what happens for the other teams as well.